Parenting has to be the world's most complicated, difficult job. Kids are trying to really think through their pathway, and parents that really, they want to make sure that their kids have lots of options, but they're doing that at the expense of having their kids learn to be independent and learning how to chart their own path forward.
When I see overparenting or this helicoptering, what really concerns me is kids whose parents are writing their college essays or editing all of their papers. These kids are missing out on this incredible opportunity to learn about themselves and to find their own power.
What we're seeing these days is the parents are overloading the kids, but the kids are not really prepared for what happens when they get out of school. How to collaborate, how to get along with others, how to think critically, how to be creative and think outside the box, and how to have a sense of resilience and the ability to bounce back from failure.
When your parents do everything for you, and they go to school to talk to the teacher to make sure the teacher changes your grade, what the interpretation from the child is, I can't do anything for myself. I am not competent. I am inadequate. I need my parents to do everything for me. And I think that advantage in some ways is a disadvantage.
When parents tend to be over-involved, it just becomes harder on the student because they don't know how to manage their own stress, they don't know how to manage their own life. So when they come to college, they don't know how to manage their academics, how to manage their time, or know when to really get down to work. And then when they're free to do whatever they want, they can go overboard and go too crazy and not know when to pull themselves back.
Putting so much emphasis on school and needing to succeed and getting into good colleges, parents often don't see or make the connection between that and the potential abuse of stimulant medication. So when all of a sudden there's increased attention, increased effectiveness, parents don't want to ask questions about that. It might be that the child really does want to succeed, but it could also be that they're getting the help of a study drug along the way.
I think it's important that parents need to let their kids learn how to manage their own lives and manage their own schooling and their own stress, because they're going to have to sooner or later, and if it's better for it to be sooner than later, because then all kinds of problems will follow.
While you want to be very involved, especially if your child's struggling at the beginning of high school, you do want to play this elaborate system of pulling back, of giving support, but also allowing your kids to make a mistake, making sure that they're making some decisions and putting that responsibility back on them, so that when they go to college, they're able to function there effectively, and that they're really going to turn into independently functioning adults.